So this opening shot was done in Yankee Stadium during the Zoo TV tour. There's the stadium in Super 8, and there is Full, also in Super 8. I shot the Super 8 material myself during 2 shows at Yankee Stadium. You know, Bono had this idea of recreating a still photography session that he had done that he really liked in black and white. And that's really what this imagery here, the close-ups of him, are from, particularly the ones with the top light where he's straight on to us. This footage here, the Super 8 material, one night I did from the crowd, the other I did from the stage, and there's Edge smashing my lens during sound check. You see the love-hate relationship. Well, I don't know about hate. But we shot on a white cyc, white backdrop in Chicago. This shot right here is after the Andrew McPherson photo shoot. Well, I really had one of the greatest 2 nights of my life being on stage in Yankee Stadium, and I'll always be grateful for that for this video. I feel that the black and white cyc material really doesn't sustain for the length of the video, and didn't really in the end have as much cinematic power as it should have. I love these little moments like right there between Edge and Adam, and some of the little personal home movie kind of bits that come out of the live stuff, the shove Bono with his hands. They rise up against the crowd. And we also filmed the band performing on stage after a show, and I projected behind them some time-lapse photography we had done driving through the streets of Chicago. We put those images on the giant screens, the giant Zoo TV screens, and had them perform in front of them. The effect was not as dramatic as we had hoped, and the band were pretty tired. We only did a few takes. It was right after a show, and the footage just ended up not really being solid enough to use in the video, so it never was utilized and was thrown out, actually. Really, the anchor of the piece became just this kind of very stark and simple white cyc performance by each band member, with a couple of different looks from Bono, and then the Super 8 material that I shot, you know, from the outdoor shows. Some of the more elaborate ideas I had, we just didn't have the time and money for, so this really is more about editing than it is about directing. While I love, there's the shot with Bono's hands. It really was saying, okay, what if we stripped everything away and just made it black and white straight into lens? What would we get? And you know, the video was shot in one night, and the video is what resulted. You know, straight into camera performances are really dependent upon who's giving the performance. It's that thing with the camera, how much charisma they have, and that's just incredibly hard to come by in any way, shape, or form. And I think that Bono really steps up to the performance aspect of what we were going for, and as you can see, he was game. Look at all the angles he had to do, the profile angles, the straight close-ups, the 3/4. You know, every time the lighting changes from side light to top light. We did zooming takes. I mean, he worked so hard on this video. He must have gone 10 hours just again and again, and you're going to see at the end of this video how happy he was at the end of those 10 hours, the amount of takes I had him do. But the guy is really game and loves working with the camera, and it's always great working with him. You can see now about this point in the video I'm kind of running out of steam, and so is he. And I just wish I could have gone somewhere with it more than I did. I'd love to have a second shot at this song. I still love this song. It's a nice little moment from 2 different nights in Yankee Stadium. All this material was shot at like 4 or 6 frames per second and slowed down. Here's Bono. Yeah, not happy. It's about 5 in the morning. And he's not having it. And Larry knows it's over here at the end.